welcome back to the Exceptional Conservative Show live from the nation's capital. I'm your host, the Exceptional One. Listen, Katina Person is with us tonight, conservative commentator extraordinaire. You can find her on Twitter at Katina _ what is that? I said that wrong. At simply _ Katina. There we go. Good evening, Katina. It's a pleasure to have you on the air with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Listen, the whole world is apparently celebrating Juneteenth. I wanted to get your opinion on that. I'm not a big fan of it. What are your thoughts?
I was going to say really quick, sometimes you're going in and out, but I did hear you ask about Juneteenth. I don't know if you can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, perfect. Okay. What I'm going to say about Juneteenth is the same thing I've been saying, to be honest with you. I've been black all my life. I have been around black people all my life. My whole family is black. I'm not one of those black people that say they have all these other races in their family. I know we have a couple of white people, but everybody's black. And I have never in my life even remotely heard anyone even mention Juneteenth. And I even went to an HBCU and never heard anyone mention Juneteenth.
Exactly.
So I wasn't familiar with Juneteenth until it was the thing on the internet. Someone mentioned it, but it was regional, and it was not this big thing that they're trying to make it now, and it's very bizarre. So to say that it's this major holiday, and I don't know who those black people are. Maybe it's the black people in Texas because it's supposed to be a Texas thing, but I know black people in Virginia. We didn't celebrate it.
It's a Texas thing, because quite frankly, they were the only ones who didn't realize that the plantation lifestyle had ended. And one of the amazing things is Louisiana and Arkansas are right next to Texas, and apparently they knew that slavery had ended. I'm just trying to figure out why the Facebook didn't work for the blacks in Texas. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
You know what, Kenneth? That is an excellent point.
I don't know. I just think that is it's beyond belief. Juneteenth, that you are actually going to ask Democrats, and this is the Black Lives Matter Antifa groups are going to ask the Democrats to make it a federal holiday, when it was the Democrats that kept us in bondage. I have no idea why all this is working the way that it is, but apparently it's working quite well. Listen.
It's working because it's Venus. That's the only thing I can think of. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre.
It is absolutely bizarre. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Katina, are you considered a running mate for Joe Biden? Because he said he need a woman of color.
You know what? To be honest with you, if I'm not considered, but if you ask me, let me tell you something. I would do it in a heartbeat because they need some type of clarity. They need someone who can stand up to them and tell them no. I wouldn't last very long because I love the word no when telling people exactly what I think.
Yours would be.
I think is 100% opposite from what they think. So it would be a fiasco because people would probably go to the morgue and prison. I don't know which one.
But I have to ask you, why is Kamala Harris the most attractive vice presidential candidate at this particular point? Why her? Are there? Is it that she's the only black woman left in the bottle or something?
No, because they have quite a few, believe it or not, black women that they're considering. I personally am going with the Stacey Abrams approach. I really want her to be the running mate. Because I know that we're all but filled and doing for Trump. And I want every progressive, Democrat, whatever blog, website I can get my fingers on, and I am pushing Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams. You know what? If Stacey Abrams becomes vice president, all the buffets in town would have to close. So,
Well, let me tell you something. They would definitely close, but let me tell you something. There's no way the only people who will vote for her is black women.
yeah.
Because black men would never vote for her. Because let's just face it, men are visual creatures.
Yep.
And so that right there would greatly dwindle this craziness that we have going on. Because they want to keep all of this craziness going into November. And so we need something that can just like put a stick pin in that and just take all the air out of the balloon. So I'm really pushing Stacey Abrams. Black women have a tendency, even from the very beginning, not to like Kamala Harris.
Yes. True.
She's attractive, so that would get the black male vote, and black women probably will come aboard because they just hate Trump that much.
But you pick a very good point that Kamala Harris is not loved first and foremost among women, and then secondly among black men because of the convictions that took place in California under the crimes bill. She was the fortress hunter in terms of that. I want to ask you very quickly because we had Lena Maney on, who works with police and veterans around the country, and they have been so demoralized at this point that there is a threat of a nationwide sick out amongst police on the 4th of July. I wanted to ask if you had heard that, and secondly, what would be your thoughts if the police took a sick day on the 4th of July?
I did not hear about that particular date. I did hear that they're thinking about their different departments, their different police precincts are taking 6 days. I did not hear anything about the 4th of July. I don't recall. It sounds vaguely familiar. But I will say this, okay?
Yeah.
I am a give them what they want type girl for a lot of things.
Yep.
And I have been wanting the police to go on strike for decades now. I'm not joking. I've been wanting the police to go on strike for decades. I've even said years ago because, people, like this argument with the police, and I know you're old enough to remember, and I know a lot of you listeners are old enough to remember. I'm barely old enough to remember, but I study history, so I know that fight with the black people, the police is decades old.
Yeah.
Only people on the internet think it's brand new. This is literally decades old, going back to probably like the 30s, 40s, 50s, like it's that old. Black people against the police. But back then they had legitimate concerns. Now they no longer have those legitimate concerns. It's just that people don't like to be told no in general.
Yeah.
No one likes to be told no. People don't want consequences for their bad actions. And the police are the people that go around and tell you no. The police are the ones that go around and tell you no. You cannot go 40 to 50 miles over the speed limit, which is how Katina likes to drive.
No, not Katina. No.
Yes, but the difference is that when I get pulled over, I know it is like a police officer like, oh my goodness, I got caught. And I immediately start thinking, how can I get out of this one? Can I come him into a warning? And I said, I'm not thinking I'm about to get out of this car, we gonna go to toe to toe. That's just not what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Because I wanted to deal with the consequences of my actions, and people don't like being told no. And we like the police and they're telling people no. So I am for a nationwide lockdown, and I know people think that's crazy because I'm a woman. And I'm telling you, the citizens will be the most vulnerable. If you have a gun, you gotta get your gun. Jane, get your gun. If you don't have a gun, you better get it back. You better get it not. It's about to be purged. You're gonna lock yourself up.
Yep. Yep. Very true.
It's gonna be dead people. It's gonna be dead people. Like that lady in Baltimore who was just killed by her neighbor a couple of weeks ago. When you have disputes like that, the neighborhood, I know about a lot of neighborhood disputes that turn deadly. They needed intervention a long time ago. And the law has everybody's hands, and now you don't even want them to be able to call the police. Usually the threat of calling the police is supposed to get people to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
But now you just, giving the people permission to fuck up at the top. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Exactly. Uh, Let me ask you here, in regards to Mayor Muriel Bowser in Washington D.C., who is becoming the Princess Dior of Black Lives Matter. Apparently, she has decided that the Black Lives movement is what she wants to pursue, and it gives her all the bona fides she needs to become a vice presidential consideration by Joe Biden. I got to ask you here: is the safety of the city worth her becoming vice president?
I couldn't hear you. Do I think what?
Is it safety of Washington D.C. worth her becoming vice president, Muriel Bowser?
It's already unsafe.
Yeah.
It's already unsafe. So I don't see it. It's already unsafe. They're making it worse by dividing the city against the police. So unless they actually go out there and really say and actually put guns actually in the hands of criminals. I mean, did you see the video of the shootout around 6 o'clock in the evening? Earlier this
Yeah.
week, somebody in the neighborhood, they got it with the door cam.
Yes. Exactly.
I mean, crime is going up in the city. I don't think it matters. They're not addressing the crime situation. None of this is logical. The fact that DC is becoming, even before all of this was happening, crime was increasing in the city.
Exactly.
Okay? So even with that going on, for her to still push this BLM stuff, there's nothing she was going to do about the crime anyway. So it doesn't matter if she runs for president. I don't care if she runs for president, vice president, and all kinds of doesn't matter. Solving crime, making the city safer for law-abiding citizens who Democrats have told you they care nothing about. And everything they have done, they have shown you, we care nothing about law-abiding citizens. So no, I don't see how to make it any better or worse. It doesn't matter because they don't care. And this is the bottom line. They do not care. So I don't think it's going to make it. I don't see how it's going to make the city any less safe. It's already less safe. It's getting less safe all day, every day. You live in the city just like I do.
Yep.
I've been living in my neighborhood for over 20 years. I never would hear fireworks all hours of the night. I mean, everybody I talk to in different parts of the city, everybody, all you hear is fireworks all hours of the night. And when I used to hear fireworks, for 4th of July or Independence Day last year, it would only be for maybe late in a couple of hours. Only a couple of times I would have to call the police, and the police would come right away, and then it would be done.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I had to call one morning because they were doing fireworks at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, it took the police a long time to show up. So this is just what we're going to have to deal with when we consistently vote in people who do not care about the safety of the law-abiding citizens of the city. They care about the insurgents. That's it.
Exactly. I want to ask you about Donald Trump. Tomorrow he has to give a speech in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which will soon become the home of Tesla, because they're going to build a new manufacturing arm out there. And he's being told by Fauci and Birx that maybe it's not a good idea to have a Trump rally right now. Maybe he should wait until the end of summer. I want to ask you, is it wise that he do what he does in terms of a rally? Would you recommend it? Or is Birx and Fauci time in the sun has passed and we need to keep going on with our normal life?
You know how I feel about that. We have to go on with our
Exactly.
Wouldn't Fossey and Ricks and the rest of the communists that is pretending to be Democrats in love the country, wouldn't they actually want the dad on rallies is going to take out Trump supporters? And then you don't have to worry about them voting in November. I know if there was any bug that is smart enough that only attack people that I don't like, I would not do anything to ever stop it.
Exactly. I wouldn't say a word. I wouldn't say a word. Uh, Listen, I want to finally talk with you tonight. We talked about police. We've talked about Black Lives Matter. We talked about all that. But strangely enough, why is it that conservatives are so quiet on all of these particular issues? In my opinion, it seems like if I were to say Hillary Clinton, I could find every conservative on social media. Uh, but I say that maybe we need to be a little more boisterous in our retort of the left now on these situations, and I hear nothing but crickets. What's happening?
Um, I've heard about this before. I think you and I need to talk about it. And I don't want to insult or offend or anything, but it's something Rush said. Conservatives have, for whatever reason, they decided a long time ago that they were going to relinquish power in a number of industries. Like they gave up the schools, the public schools, they gave up the universities, they gave up media, they just gave up this ground in these industries. And now they're virtually being silenced.
Yeah.
They're virtually being silenced out of existence. And now it's to the point that we gave up ground to tech companies. There is no reason that there should not be a true free speech conservative type Facebook alternative and
Yeah.
Google alternative. There's DuckDuckGo and there's a few other social media sites, but they're not as robust as the Google or Facebook. And I have actually tried months ago to get people to go to this one called Speak Freely. And, I really tried to get people to go in there, but the people would not go. People rather stay on Facebook and complain about Facebook than actually go to a
with you because actually we shouldn't even be talking about Trump right here winning. We should just automatically know that he's going to win. We should be talking about taking back the House of Representatives from Nancy Pelosi. That's what we should be talking about. And I don't hear conservatives talking. I hear them saying that we're going to lose the House and possibly the Senate. And now the presidency. I'm very disappointed here. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. You have crystal clearly put together exactly the explanation that Americans need to wake up to and understand that this is bigger than just John Bolton betraying Donald Trump and figuring out whether China's going to help him be reelected. No, the reelection begins with you out here in America. Listen, you're about to start your own podcast, right?
I am, but let me say one other thing really, really quick.
Yeah.
We have got to stop this thing about worried about who's going to jail. Conservatives are obsessed with who's going to go to jail for what. That would just make them feel good. That's not them doing anything to save the country.
Yeah.
Because every single, unless you lock up every Democrat known to man, it's like they have a fail where they're ruining these people. We have people who are not even on the national radar right now who are very, very dangerous in places like Chicago and San Francisco and places of that nature. Like they just elected the son of the radicals from the 60s with that Bill whatever and his wife that went to jail for blowing up the things like the underground.
The Weather Underground. Yep.
Like this son who just elected.
Exactly. Exactly. And a jihadist also in California elected to their state representatives. So you're right. They're taking this for real. For them, this is all about the revolution. It's not about politics.
It's about changing the foundation of this country. And all conservatives worry about is the 4chan and who going to jail. It does not matter.
There you go. Because if they haven't been arrested in all this time, likelihood of it is quite slim. Quite slim. I've had to come to that resolution myself. If it's taken Barr this long, it's unlikely to happen. Gotta ask you here again. You're starting your podcast very soon. Everyone's excited. They're dripping with well, no, you don't want to say saliva, but they're anticipating. Quite frankly, you're starting your podcast. How can people find out about that?
Okay, as soon as I do get the approval for iTunes, because I recorded, so I have to submit it to iTunes, and as soon as I do that, I will actually either talk about it when I come back on Friday night, or I will send you the information and you can post it on your webpage.
There you go. There you go. And Katina, you're always welcome to come to TECN TV and do face. You know what I'm saying? Just. We love you, Katina. Congratulations to you. And we look forward to you coming back next Friday night.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good weekend, everyone.
You too. Take care now. Ladies and gentlemen, Katina Person, what a wonderful, wonderful spirit, and just a very honest woman when it comes to where we are right now and the conservative movement. We need to make some changes, and it's going to take some people who are stop being so afraid. Listen, we'll be right back. In just a few moments, in fact, in about 10 minutes, we will be doing the movie 1984. 1984 on TECN TV. When you come back, we'll talk about that. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Exceptional Conservative Show live for the nation's capital. I'm your host, the exceptional one, Ken McClinton. We'll be right back.